What's up? This is wutshood, your boy Finance aka Love. This special episode give you a story time episode, which will be kind of special a little bit. And as you've been seeing in my vlogs and such, I've been having people doing intros to my videos for wutshoodtv. And I did have 6 people, and I guess I'm gonna get right to it. The first one I had, I did about almost 2 years ago. Wow. Cause wutshoodtv has been around since December 2016, so maybe like, I gotta check and see, I think it was around July of, I think when I first started vlogging, I don't know if I was vlogging then really, but ran to a guy named West Hall, who did game, the Washington Valley game, I say it, in-game game host. With 2 other females, with Britt Waters and with Sandra D, and I think it was Sam. I forget her last name. It's real long. Dragonu, I guess her name. But I was gonna say he was the first one to with wutshoodtv do an intro. Yeah, you're at the phone booth. So at the he said Verizon Center, even now called California Rent. I was actually going to get one of the cheerleaders to do it, but I kind of said what's up to him, what's up to Wes, and he kind of talked to me for a little bit, and I'm doing that, and so I ended up doing what's the intro. So he was the first one to do it. So big up to West Hall. Now I think he's a commentator now for the Valor now. So big up to him. And also you can also catch him on the Wizard Insider with the Wizards. So NBC Sports Washington. So big up to West Hall. And the second one, the second person that did for the intro is also for NBC Sports Washington anchor / report. He's more of an anchor though, Michael Jenkins. You know, I met him a few times. Me and we really cool, and he came up to me a couple times. And it's funny, when I first met him years ago at a bar out in Virginia, at a cat's viewing party with his then girlfriend, now wife, Nicole Darren. She also came from MC Sport. It was called kind of Sportsnet at the time. But, you know, did cat's viewing party. And I'm talking to him for a bit. I talked to Nicole Darren for a little bit. So that's when I first met him. But how I got him to do the intro for the wutshoodtv. You know, I ran to him again. I think at a Wizards game, I believe. I'm not too sure. I don't know if it was a playoff game, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, or prior to the end of the season, I think. And he said, we had talked for a little bit, and he did the intro. So, and you, Michael J, you're not watching wutshoodtv, so he said with pizzazz as well. So big up to Michael Jenkins. And the third person to do an intro for wutshoodtv is also the Wizards radio announcer Dave Johnson. Man, you can catch on MC4 sports anchor and MC Sports Washington. So he does it all, the radio. And yeah, man, if you're familiar with DC, you should know who Dave Johnson is, man. And a great distinct voice, and one of the longest intros. I think it was like 20 seconds. And did it at a bar called I call Crimson. I think that's what it's called. The bar out right across from the Capital One Arena, so in Chinatown. So I did that, and I think right before we did the intro, he asked me for a picture. Yeah, I'll take a picture with him off his phone, and took a picture of my phone, and I think put it up on his Twitter as well. So I don't know. I don't know if I have it. I might put it on right this video as well. But big up to Dave Johnson, man. And I think the fourth person to do it, and the only female to do the intro is Corey Carver from Fox 5. Even though she's a mainly reporter, she's also an anchor. She's doing an anchor on the weekends now. She's doing reporting on the weekdays, but on weekends during the morning she do the anchoring, and also do the anchoring, fill-in anchoring Monday, Friday as well. Even today, those who from DC, I don't know if you've saw her this morning today. So Corey Coffin, and how I met her. That was the only time I met her. Went at the Caps game. Well, I didn't. It was Caps Stanley Cup playoff game, and they had the game inside. Even though couldn't go inside, people had tickets, so I had to watch the game basically outside. And we went up talk for a little bit. Even though she's kind of new to the DC, and when I talked to her, asked where she's from, she said she's from Arizona. Talked a little bit, you know, gave us some love and all that, and that's what you see most in the vlogs. You see her most of the vlogs. So got the nice red dress on and everything, and she looked the same in person, just like the other people I met so far. Like, she looked the same in person, and I guess that's all. So big up to Corey Coffin. So I think the fifth person is from WSA 9 reporter Michael Quander. I think he's kind of new to WSA 9. I think he's been for like maybe a couple years, I think. And yeah, nice guy, man. I ran into him at I think Benning Road, actually not too far from where I live. Benning Road, northeast, but you know, I live in southeast, but DC. I live north by the liquor store, by the Chateau Club, you know, during the day. But let's see. And I ran into him and said, "You Mike Quan?" I said, "Yeah." So, and being on your WC9, I think about somebody hanging off the X2 bus, Metro bus. I think he started swerving around, hanging right back of the bus. It went viral. And he showed me the video of it, and I was like, wow. So don't show that part on the WSA 9, and right after I did the interview with everything, and what was I say? I did the intro and all that. So he did it, knocked it out apart, man. So big up to Michael Quander. And last but not least, the sixth person, the last person I did. Oh, and when I went with Michael Quander, it was like a couple months ago, I think. Can't remember. I think it was like a few months ago. I was walking down Benning Road, Northeast DC. So big up to Michael Quander. And also back to West Hall. When I actually met West Hall, I met him right after the Valor game. Cause at the you sign autograph with players, but usually I'll take pictures with the cheerleaders at the time. So it was a post-game party on the field, yeah, with the Washington Valor. So that's how I met West Hall, did that intro. And last but not least, get to my last guest. I met this man many times, maybe several times. First met him at FedEx Field, but I was going to get a picture of him, but actually my camera wasn't working at the time. This was a couple years ago at the draft party. And man, the second time came by surprise at the Redskins viewing party, or Redskins rally party. This was not actually wutshood was kind of boring. You know, I didn't vlog then or nothing, but this person I'm gonna mention is former Redskins wide receiver Santana Moss. And how I did get to do the intro, we went to the Health and Fitness Expo. On the last day, it was a 2-day event that do at DC at the Convention Center for MC4. Do for at the Health and Fitness Expo, and yeah. So I would talk. Give me 1 second. They will say hold on. 2:45. I'm sorry, they talk to me. Oh, okay. I forgot what to say. Okay, I went to Santana Moss at Health Fitness Expo and MC4. Excuse me. I'm all over the place today. Did talk for a little bit and about the team, about Redskins and all that, and would do the intro after he spoke and everything, and kind of I had to repeat myself to him a little bit. I let MC wutshoodtv and all that, but cool dude, man. You know, nice to run to him, and it was like my first time meeting him, and did have it, folks, man. That's 6 people: West Hall, Michael Jenkins, Dave Johnson, Corey Coffin, Mike Quander, and Santana Moss. It's your boy Friday, aka Love. Yeah, go.
Yo, it's West Hall right here with the phone booth for Verizon Center. Right now, you're watching Wutshood TV.
When?
This is Michael Jenkins from NBC Sports Washington, and you're watching wutshood TV. Dave Johnson, voice of Washington Wizards, and I found the coolest place in Washington, D.C. It's Crimson, D.C. It's in the basement of the Pod Hotel. It's something you really have to check. I mean, you can walk from the arena to here before or after games. You can stay here after games. This is a cool place, and I appreciate you watching Wutshood TV.
I'm Corey Hoffman with Fox 5, and you're watching Wutshood TV.
All right, this is Michael Quaney with WUSA 9. You're watching Wutshood TV.
All right.
What's up, man?
Oh, good.
What's up, man? It's your boy Santana Moss, man, former wide receiver, watching the Redskins, watching Wutshood TV.